Alrighty, what is up, everybody? My name is Mount Lover, bringing you yet another Underdog tournament. This is Tournament 7 of Season 3, which means that we've only got one left until we are down to our last tournament, until it's the Finale Invitational. So that's only 2 chances to insta-qualify yourself for the Finale Invitational. I should probably go ahead and update the bracket to reflect this tournament instead of last tournament. I've been really dropping the ball on that, but no worries, because it's just a matter of changing this number right now. Bam, no harm, no foul. I've already got everything already set up. Stream is live. Let me go ahead and choose a random winning match. We've got a little bit of an unstacked balance, so a lot of people got buys this time around. So we're only going to start with round 1. And round 2, even if your match is already planned out, please hold on until I call out round 2 in the chat, so that I can have my pick of who to stream. So for now, round 1, you guys are all free to go ahead and start your matches, except for the lucky winners. We have got Paces X and Tasty Cakes. You guys are going to be on stream. Let me go ahead and write that in the chat. Alright, let's go ahead and send those invites out to Paces X and Tasty Cakes, which hopefully is also your CFN. Let me know if you are in the audience and the volume levels are not appropriate. Hopefully everything sounds okay. I did unmute myself, right? Yeah, I did. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if the audio levels sound fine, or if I should turn anything up or down. Probably afford to turn the game up a little bit, but I think it sounds good. Alright, we've got Tasty Cakes in here. We've got a Bronze Chun player. Possibly, well, new to the tournament, so I don't recognize the name. But let's see how this goes. Still waiting on Paces X. I'll go ahead and send another invite. Alright, let's turn up the game volume then. Let's put it at, there we go, it should be good, up at 20. Alright, here we go. We got Paces X rocking M. Bison on his character. Character select is on, so we don't know who he's going to pick. Might be Ken. I'm going to go ahead and guess Ken. But yeah, these guys are free to start whenever they want. Whenever they are good and ready. Hopefully they'll put on a good display for us here. Just a reminder, this is the NA Underdog tournament. Rank restricted between anything below Platinum, basically. So 0 to 74.99 league points. It's fair game. And basically what we're here to do is just give everybody a breeding ground during which they can improve, see what they've got lacking in terms of their own game plan and their matchup knowledge, and go back and have some footage with commentary to look back on and see what it is they can do better. Alright, right now we've got Tasty Cakes actually going with Karen.
Round 1.
And Paces X is in fact going to be going through with Bison. So let's see how this plays out. Right off the bat, Paces X going ham. Immediately working Tasty Cakes into the corner, putting on that trademark Bison pressure. Tasty Cakes tries to wake up with a button. Paces X gets the crush counter, drops the combo, however. Working on a stun. There it is. Paces X is going to take round 1 very convincingly. Yeah, once you get put on the back foot against Bison, you absolutely have to just turtle up and patiently wait for your turn. Interesting to see that Tasty Cakes is trying to challenge these scissor kicks, and it is not working. It looks like he whipped a jab there. Whereas, sure enough, you should be able to challenge those scissor kicks. Even if they are spaced like that, you should be able to hit a button. However, you gotta be very conscious of the spacing. For poorly spaced scissor kicks, a jab will punish. But if it's well spaced like that, you've got to use something with a little bit more range. All the throw loops in the corner, Paces X goes for the meaty, and then there we go. Very quick game 1 going to Paces X.
And Bison wins.
You've got to be very careful about when you decide to challenge against Bison. There are very few situations where he'll open himself out, and sometimes he'll just never open himself up. Very hard to know what to do in situations like that. With Karen, a jab can be a bit of a risky option because Karen's crouching jab. It does start up in 3 frames, but it has very little range. Anti-air standing medium kick. Alright. I'm sure that wasn't intentional. But it was still interesting to see. Alright. Paces X blocks the jump and blocks the block string and then challenges the standing medium kick. Standing medium punch. Paces X definitely has some Karen knowledge. Or at least experience in this matchup. Yep, so you see him challenging there with a standing medium kick after the standing medium punch. That is a very good sign that Karen's pressure is over. Wow, that really weird connection with that jumping medium kick. Wakes up back throw. Good switch of the positioning. Paces X stays on the same side. Let's use an V trigger. It's always going to stay on the same side. Tasty Cake's getting some stray hits here and there, but still on a little bit of a health disadvantage. And oh, that's going to be a good confirmation by Paces X there. Tasty Cake's getting a lot of straight hits, but not confirming any of them into damage.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, final round here for Paces X. Ready to take this set. No punish on the sweep. Bison has absolutely no problem punishing those. Good crush counter sweep. Meaty jab. I'm not even sure that that was timed properly. Paces X probably could have afforded to wake up a standing leg kick and taken that. Oh, good throw attempt. Paces X with the tech. Full meter across the board. There we go. Paces X goes in with an EX scissor kicks. Good patient blocks out of Tasty Cakes. Not trying to take any more crush counter standing heavy kicks. Oh. Whips the second crouching medium punch. Tasty Cake's not 100% confident with those block strings. Oh, good connection with the crouching medium kick, but no confirmation there. That move is very difficult to capitalize on. And just like that, Paces X is going to take it 2 up. Moving on into winners and knocking Tasty Cakes down into the lower bracket, but do not fret, my child. You still have another losers match round in which you can work your way back up the losers bracket and get some more experience in. So good stuff to Tasty Cakes. It's always fun to watch Karen players, budding Karen players, but let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket and see what we've got. Oh god, that Abigail theme. I need to just disable that. It always catches me off guard every single tournament. It always comes up at least once. Meanwhile, it looks like we had more Krabs versus Carly Slade Jepsen going 0-2 in Carly Slade Jepsen's favor, which is interesting because that's another Bison player, and Carly Slade Jepsen is another Chun/Karen. So that was pretty much the complete reverse of what you just saw. Let's go ahead and update that bracket for Paces. Alright, still waiting on a few more matches to clear up. We've got Crankshaft versus President Carter. President Carter, I haven't seen him in a while. I wonder if he still plays Jury. Crankshaft versus President Carter. Yoshi for the win versus Axiolotl. Raiden versus Moki Moki 1. And Honky Magoo versus Coolston. A lot of familiar names in this bracket. We have a bit of a small bracket this time around. I wonder which one of these round 2 games I'm going to want to stream. You know, I think, let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got President Carter going 2-0 over Crankshaft and working his way in a round 2. Still waiting on Yoshi versus Axiolotl, Raiden versus Moki 1, and Honky Magoo versus Goulston. Hopefully everybody's playing already. In the meantime, how's it going, chat? I'll take this quick opportunity to go ahead and plug a few things. After this tournament is over, Sundays at 7 p.m. EST, if you want something to watch, if you want something to do, if you like gaming podcasts, go ahead and tune into a weekly gaming news show hosted by Todd and Chanel on twitch.tv/TrueSonic. They're good friends of ours, and they'll plug the New Challenger Discord every opportunity that they get, so it's only fair that we do the same. And usually, within 45 minutes-ish or so of these tournaments wrapping up, they'll go ahead and go live, and we'll go ahead and host them. If you're a fan of Injustice 2, we've got our... Oh, President Carter, thank you for pressing start. We've got our Clash of Heroes Injustice 2 tournament series. I believe that should... Actually, I don't know if that's currently going on, but stay posted for that if you're into Injustice. I remember they did one tournament that was super popular, got some really, really massive views. Let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket again. Looks like we're still waiting on 3 more matches to clear up. Looks like Axiolotl versus Yoshi cleared up. Still waiting on Raiden and Moki 1, and Honky Magoo and Goulston. Alright, looks like Goulston and Honky Magoo are also clearing up. Just waiting on Raiden and Moki 1. So it looks like we've got Yoshi for the win, moving on 2-1 over Axiolotl. We'll be playing Jägermeister in round 2. What is up, iVital, iApollos? How's it going? I'm getting a bit tired of waiting on these two. I'm going to go ahead and continue on without them, and hopefully they'll just clear up that match while we're starting the next round. So for winners round 2, we're going to go ahead and have Strongmang versus President Carter as our stream pick. And everybody else in winners round 2, you're free to go ahead and start your match. So let me go ahead and write that in chat. Losers round 1, if you have a match, you can also start. Alright. Let's go ahead and send invites to Strongmang versus President Carter, who is absolutely right here on the top of my invite list. Alright, looks like they're both in. We've got Strongman with Cammy and President Carter with Jury, as always. This is going to be a good match to watch. These are two players that have been around since Season 1 of these tournaments. Strongman still playing Cammy since the old days, and President Carter still playing Jury since she came out. It's funny how people's opinion of Jury has not really changed at all since she was released. She never really got anything. She never really got anything huge in the way of buffs, and so people's opinion of her as a character just sort of stagnated. Usually with newer characters, once they release, people will be like, "Oh, you know, I'm not sure what to do with this character. I don't really know how to use them," but eventually some stuff will be discovered, people will start to get comfortable with them, and we'll at least see them to their full potential. Like that happened with Urian. People were like, I don't know what to do with Urian. Urian's a weird character, and then all of a sudden, you know, people discovered the Aegis setups, and sure enough, he became a top tier character.
Round 1.
Alright, here we go.
Fight.
Strongman versus President Carter. President Carter backs off a little bit. Good neutral jump capitalization. Ooh, Strongman drops the confirm there. Thank you, Coolster, for the bits. Good pressure out of Strongman. Gets the take throw, working towards the corner. Cheeky with the dash up crouching medium punch there. I believe President Carter could have actually interrupted those. Cammy does not get any kind of mix-up situation. Oh, let me go ahead and hit that. There we go. Might be. Good crush counter punish to punish that DP. President Carter takes round 1. I was wondering why I made the noise. I was like, that shouldn't make the noise on this layout.
Round 2. Fight.
Wow! Just V-skill from full screen. Strongman immediately works his way in. Good capitalization. Good standing medium kick by President Carter. Doesn't cancel it into Fuha though. Strongman mistimes the immediate throw, gets thrown himself. Good interruption on those Fuhas. Sure enough, you go heavy into medium. You can jab there. Oh, perfect. Burns the meter to get the stun. And just too light to get that round.
Final round. Fight.
President Carter backs up at the start. Trades with the V-skill. That's not a good trade for Jury. Interesting block strings coming out of President Carter. Oh, good back throw towards the corner. Strongman trying to do something with his V-trigger activation. It'll probably be a dive kick. There it is. President Carter presses a button there. Which actually, I think that should work. You should be able to interrupt that V-trigger dive kick now, I think. Oh, perfect capitalization. Optimal damage using that V-trigger to get just enough damage to close out that round. President Carter takes game 1. It's looking like President Carter is just not afraid to press buttons against Strongman, so Strongman needs to absolutely capitalize with very solid and tight frame traps and meaties. Take advantage of that. Strongman definitely jumping way more than he should, way more than he needs to in this matchup. Has a good confirm opportunity with those lights, but doesn't capitalize, just goes into a take throw. Very interesting strings coming out of Strongman. Just hitting lights one after the other. Wow. Dashes into that storage. Oh, excellent capitalization on the straight crush counter standing roundhouse. Oh, it just barely doesn't get the micro walk to pick up that combo. Great frame trap out of that standing roundhouse. Gotta be careful because when Jury has that feng shui engine enabled, she can frame trap out of anything and everything. Another baited DP. I'm not sure what these DPs are out of Strongman. I'm gonna assume that these are input errors.
Round 2.
Because there's absolutely no reason to be going for that many light DPs. Good standing reset cross under. Good blocks out of President Carter as well, but now he's in the corner. Straight counter hit, crouching medium punch, no capitalization. As Cammy, you've got to be able to confirm every one of those hits. Good neutral jump, but gets the throw a little bit too early, but it doesn't matter. Just picks it up and throws it again. Full meter across the board currently. Ooh, drops the confirm there. I feel like that definitely should have worked. Good back throw towards the corner. What's President Carter gonna do? Tries to neutral jump something. Critical art to get out of the corner, but there's all your meter gone. Strongman sitting on a huge disadvantage now. Wow, I cannot believe that worked. Just standing heavy punch and then frame trap into medium pen center into critical art. Wow. Bet the farm on that one and it worked.
Jury wins.
Was he trying to like chip with that? I wasn't paying attention to the health there. I'm not sure if that would have chip killed, but it certainly worked. Strongman did press a button instead of just blocking. Talic Zealot, always. Since Season 1, I've had these mods on.
It's go time.
Let's see. That is going to be it. President Carter moves up 2-0. Continues on in the winner's bracket, round 3. Let's take a look at that bracket and see where we are. Looks like surely enough, Moki Moki 1 took it 2-1 over Raiden. X-Arrow takes it 2-0 over Simply KTG to move on to winners round 3. And we've got President Carter taking it 2-0 over Strongman. Strongman, you are now in the lower bracket, but that might not be the last we see of him. He might be able to work his way up and make it back to the stream. Still waiting on Miso Thorny Soup versus Arlie, Jägermeister versus Yoshi, FTW, T1G Illusions versus Smoky Moki 1, who probably started a little bit late, and Perf versus Honky Magoo, Smitty Latimer versus Paces X, and Excite versus Carly Slade Jepsen. Looks like there's a little bit of an issue between Excite and Carly Slade Jepsen. Yeah, it looks like Excite's internet dropped in the middle of the second game when Carly Slade Jepsen was up around, so that's going to go ahead and be a win for Carly Slade Jepsen. Excite still gets to move into the lower bracket and have another match. Yep. But for now, that's going to be 2-0 for Carly Slade Jepsen over Excite. And it looks like everything's pretty much cleared up except for T1G Illusions versus Moki Moki 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have next. It's looking like Perf 13 versus X-Arrow is going to be a damn good match. So that's the one that I'll absolutely want to have on stream. So let's go ahead and say that round 3, winners round 3 and losers round 2 are free to start whenever their matches clear up. With the exception of Perf and X-Arrow, I am going to go ahead and put you guys on stream. So go ahead and write that in the chat. Yep. All right. All right, let's go ahead and send an invite to none of these round 2s have reported. What's up? Oh, it looks like they like reset on the bracket a little bit, but when you refresh, it seems to fix itself. Let's go ahead and whoop. There we go. All right, so our next match is going to be between Perf and X-Arrow. So let's go ahead and send them the invites. X-Arrow with a Colleen pick. Let's see if he sticks with that or if he decides to go with one of his other characters. I do know that X-Arrow loves to pick up multiple characters. I've totally lost track of all the characters that he plays at this point. He just plays the entire roster.
Let's do this.
What the heck is this pick? We've got Perf versus X-Arrow. X-Arrow using Fang. Throwing us for a loop at the character select screen and busting a Fang out of nowhere. Let's see how this goes. This is actually an awful matchup for Fang.
Round 1. Fight.
Yep, Perf playing this matchup correctly, and he's just going to go ahead and mash booms. Looks like he tried to go in a little bit here. And this is actually where you don't want to be against Fang. You do not want to be in his face, allowing him to apply his frame traps. You just want to force him to work his way up to you. Because once Fang loses the zoning game, he has nothing left. He has a surprisingly tough time getting in against characters like that. So this is just a losing proposition. Good throw. Goes to the standing heavy punch. Another backdoor he's going to meet again. Tries to bait something. Wow, upside down kick into flash kick, the classic. Upside down kick being -2 means that even if you do manage to block it, that's still, you never know when that's going to happen. Perf 13 just doing whatever he can with so bad. It's good punish on the sweep. Oh, huge crutch counter, but doesn't really pick it up for much. Yeah, Perf 13 doesn't really need to do anything except for just sit back and throw booms. Oh, with throw. X-Zero is going to go ahead and convert that into a dropped critical art. Oh, good challenge there from Perf. Not afraid to press buttons. If a Fang is not going to sit there and apply super tight block strings, you have to absolutely call them out with something with long range. Guile's crouching me take is perfect for that. Perf just needs one more touch. Oh, this is a tough spot to be in. Wow, perfectly timed jab. Does run into that poison cloud, but it doesn't matter. Comes out on top there in terms of life. Perf is going to go ahead and take game 1. I mean, I would say that X-Zero should not pick Fang. He should character switch, but I know that he's not going to until he hits losers. He is going to stick with this Fang and see if he can make this matchup work. And honestly, Perf is not even... He's just playing it normally. He's not even trying to play the Fang matchup. He's just playing his own gameplay here, and it's still working. Hard-boiled Guile. Back throws Fang out of the corner. Continues to throw him further away from the corner. Good confirm from those 2 jabs. X-Zero gets the activation of that useless V trigger. If you're not going to use the V trigger itself, the activation is not super worthwhile. Good V reversal here. Oh! Gets thrown at the start of his V skill. Wow, just a random somersault upon landing. Not even EX. Crouching light kick. There we go. X-Zero puts a round up on the board.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh. Badly placed Sonic Boom. Doesn't really pay for it that much. Good counter sweep. Oh. That is 100% punishable. All versions of that lunge that are not EX lunge, very punishable. You should absolutely capitalize on that for as much damage as you can get. Ooh. Excellent confirm off of that giant jumping heavy kick jump in. Almost gets another one. Confirms it a flash kick into critical art. That's a lot of damage. X-Zero has a lot of ground to recover here if he wants to stay in this winner's bracket. Crush counter standing heavy punch. Again, drops that exact same critical art combo. Ends up spending all of it. Perf not really sure how to punish that critical art. And it's not easy to do, but what you should do is just walk up behind that first poison ball, wait for it to fade, and then jump in. Perf gets the punish with a jab, but he could have picked that up for literally anything else and closed that round. Instead, he's going to let X-Zero put one up on the board and tie it up 1-1. That lunge, all versions of that lunge except for EX are extremely punishable. Crouching medium punch, standing medium punch, crouching light punch, they will all punish.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, Perf patiently just throwing out some sonic booms. Gotta keep an eye on the sky though. Fang has a very floaty jump. Now here we go. Good confirm. Oh, wake up back throw. Excellent sweep punish. Oh no, Perf drops the combo. It doesn't even look like he was looking for the confirm. But it doesn't matter. Perf is going to be able to take that round regardless. What's happening here? Hopefully we're not going to get kicked back to the lobby. It looks like we are going to get kicked back to the lobby. Either that or we're going to see some DBZ mode. And only me, I'm the only one getting kicked back to the lobby. It does in fact look like it's the latter. Hopefully this will catch up.
Round one. Fight.
This hyper fast spectating brought to you by Capcom.
Round two. Fight.
Okay, looks like we're all caught up. And Perf is just going to go ahead and take it with a sweep. Perf moves up 2-1 into, I believe that's top 8 winners. And X-Zero is going to get knocked down into the lower bracket. Just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. See what our bracket looks like. Alright, still waiting on President Carter versus Arlie13 and Yoshi versus T1G Illusions. We just saw Perf take it over X-Arrow 2-1. And hats off to X-Arrow for honestly getting that one win, because that was a very uphill matchup. Alright, looks like Loser's bracket is lagging behind just a little bit. If you are in the winner's bracket, yeah, if we are in the winner's bracket, if you are in the winner's bracket, go ahead and sit tight, because it's going to be a while until we get to top 8 winners. We've got quite a few losers brackets matches to go through here. Honestly, we should be streaming losers round 3 next, but we still got we're still waiting on a couple of matches in losers round 1 that still haven't cleared up, interestingly enough. Oh, maybe I should reload? No, it's not updated. It was 2-0. In whose favor? It looks like Challenge is having some issues right now. People don't seem to be able to update the scores. Either that or I'm not seeing it. Yeah, we're gonna need to figure out this who won in Goulston versus Monkey Monkey 1. I think it was 2-0 Goulston, but I can't be sure. Or 2-0 Moki? I don't know. Somebody with 2-0 the other, I think. Oh, we just started our lag off? Interesting. They're currently playing. This is round 1. It wasn't able to start until round 2 of winners went through. Yeah. It looks like Ghoulston and Moki Moki 1 are having an unplayable match currently, which is a bit of a shame. I'd like to be able to put a match on stream for anybody in Losers who is about to start their match. Please let me know if you're about to start, if you haven't yet started, and we can put you on stream in Losers Round 2. It does look like we are running a little bit slow. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break while we're waiting on these matches to go through. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and quickly switch it over to the ad slates. Once again, if you're looking for something to watch after the tournament is over, go ahead and tune into a weekly gaming news show with Todd and Trinell every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's on twitch.tv/TrueSonic. We'll be hosting them after the tournament wraps up, as always. Additionally, if you're looking for some EU love, you can always check out the EU tournament series. Basically, the EU equivalent of the NA Underdog series. It's basically the exact same format, exact same skill caps, but EU. Those are usually hosted by, Penguin and Sensor. And Shadow Yuri. We've also got beginner breakdowns live on Twitch. I want to say every Friday, but I'm not sure. Currently hosted by KZA and Chansho and or whoever else they decide to have. And if you ever want your replays looked at and critiqued live on the New Challenger Twitch, then go ahead and send them into nch.beginner.breakdowns. Additionally, if you're looking for a tournament with a little bit higher of a skill cap, go ahead and tune into the Monday Night Dumpster Fire with Joe Monday. They go ahead and run uncapped tournaments every week, no matter what region you're in. And I think they even split up East Coast and West Coast. So you can tune in if you want to watch those at twitch.tv/redditfighting, or you can join the r/Street Fighter Discord if you want to go ahead and take part in those. Alright, let's go ahead and see where we're at. Looks like more crabs just got a stream. So let's go ahead and put them up on. It's going to be more crabs versus Miso Thorny Soup. So let's go ahead and send them their invites. Are we going to have a Bison mirror? Interesting. Alright. Top to the back of the queue and let these guys go at it. I don't remember the last time I saw a Bison mirror. It's a little bit weird. Ever since Bison got a 3-frame standing light kick, it's very easy for Bison to steal his turn back now. So, like, just the entire matchup is just Bison's trying to get to overextend with frame traps and block strings, and then stealing each other's turns back. Yep, sure enough, we are going to have more crabs with the Dictator Bison and Miso Thorny Soup with Diablo Bison.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, wow. Just random Psycho Ball out of Thorny Soup. Catches the Psycho Axe in startup frames. Manages to go out to a good start, but looks like More Crabs is not phased by that. Good timing on these buttons. Managed to hit a crush counter sweep, followed by a crush counter standing roundhouse. Miso Thorny Soup a little bit too anxious to press buttons here. Getting crush countered not once, but twice. Good pressure here. Oh, good counter hit standing medium punch, but doesn't turn it in anything. Could have connected with a Shadow Axe or something. Jump jab. Gonna anti-air that Devil's Reverse. Wow, just double whiffed grab.
Round 2. Fight.
That's not something you see happen very often with Bison, considering he has the longest grab range in the game. Oh, counter hit connection with that head stomp. Ooh, okay. More Crabs patiently blocks that EX Devil's Reverse, that EX Scissor Kicks. Does not press any buttons. Ooh, almost gets the whip punish on the Psycho Inferno. Oh, another counter hit with that EX head stomp. Not sure what Miso Thorny Soup is trying to do, but it's not working out for him. And More Crabs has clearly caught onto it. Good connection with the Scissor Kicks. Doesn't continue his offense afterwards, though. If you connect the Scissor Kicks, you're free to just go ham and do whatever you want. I don't know what Miso Thorny Soup is trying to do. He's being way too patient right now. He's just alleviating his turn, even though he's trapped in the corner and needs to do something. Yeah, there we go. Even just the Scissor Kicks on block will get you a little bit of space that you can use. Of course, that anti-air crouching light punch. Very, very OP anti-air. Some people are saying that Bison's crouching light punch is actually the best anti-air in the game. I haven't really tested it out that well myself to see if it is as good as it's cracked up to be. But the fact that it's a jab anti-air and the fact that you lower your profile when you crouch like that is probably very hard to deal with. Okay, Psycho Balls back and forth. Sure, just look at my purple. I'll show you my purple. You wanna see my purple? This is a very bizarre matchup to watch. Oh, here we go. Crouch counter, Psycho Axe, good conversion. No quick rise means, okay, Miso Thorny Soup has free reign to do whatever kind of pressure he wants. The back throw towards the corner, More Crabs. There we go. This thing I was talking about earlier, that wake up standing light kick. Very good at just stealing your turn back. Good connection with the Scissor Kicks. Tries to frame trap into a roundhouse. More Crabs knows when to block, though, especially against his own character. Ooh. Good connection with a cross up. Ooh. Teleports back to back to back. More Crabs Miso Thorny Soup doesn't know where to block. That's going to be another round. That's going to be a round up on the board for More Crabs. More Crabs sitting on set point here. Whoa. Opens it up with a sweep. Cardinal Sin. More Crabs goes for the incredibly slow shimmy. Oh, here we go. Back throw into the corner. Miso Thorny Soup, what kind of pressure do you have? Very late throw. Allows More Crabs to just jump out of that. Okay. Not bad pressure coming out of More Crabs. Miso Thorny Soup, but he manages to end his turn. That standing medium kick. You don't want to use that if you don't have to. Wow, just point blank sweep. What are you trying to do? That's going to be a back throw to punish immediately into the corner. Forward throw, continues the pressure. Oh, feature cancellation to extend his pressure. EX Psych Disco Inferno to go ahead and continue his pressure even further. EX Chimney. More Krabs is looking for any bit of damage he can take. And there it is. Yeah, those are some of the options that Bison has for extending his offense. If you have full resources like that, you don't ever have to stop pressuring your opponent. You can do stuff like feature cancellations, EX Psycho Inferno, and just keep your turn going back to back to back. You'd be surprised how well Bison can convert those resources into just extended pressure. A lot of times, if a Bison wants to, he can just keep you turtling in the corner for an eternity. Especially if you don't have any kind of reversal. Alright. That's going to be 204. More Krabs. Oh, it looks like we have a 500-1 victory. Moki Moki 1 takes it over Ghoulston. That was a little bit interesting. Alright, looks like more Krabs takes over Miso Thorny Soup. There we go, that's updated. And you know what? Let's just continue to follow more Krabs into Losers Round 3 and just watch more Krabs versus X Arrow, since we're still waiting on a lot of this bracket to clear itself up. Oops. There we go. Alright, looks like they're already in here. Let's go to the back of the queue, and let's take the old roulette. Let me know in Twitch chat who you think X-Arrow is going to pick this time around. Is it going to be Fang? Is he going to go back to one of his old mains? Is he going to pick Rashid to win? Is he going to stick with that Colleen he's got as his character profile? His default? Or is he going to bust out another one of his characters that he's busted out in the past, like, let's say, Chun-Li or Laura? It's going to be Ed. I'm betting on Ed. Hey, X-Arrow, pick Ed. Drum roll. It's going to be Colleen. Let's go ahead and see what X-Arrow's Colleen looks like at this juncture. I'm actually excited to see a Colleen. I actually like Colleen a lot as a character. And I think that she's actually kind of underplayed, considering that she's actually got some very, very powerful tools.
Fight.
Oh. Alright, more Krabs trying to bait X-Arrow into walking into a Psycho Ball. Wow. Good connection with the standing medium kick, but doesn't turn that into anything. Okay. Good back throw towards the corner. Oh, tries to go for the anti-air V skill. Actually a very good option if you can time it right. Gets his turn back. Oh, here we go. Confirms into the dagger, the Parabellum there. Although if you connect with that that particular hit confirm for Colleen, crouching light kick and a crouching jab, you want to go into medium hailstorm. And that sets up a really nice setup. A really nice situation. Good overhead. 0 on hit. But still More Crabs respects it. Good forward throw. That stun bar is still frozen. Oh. More Crabs presses a button at the exact wrong time, and that's going to be a throw to close it out. That's round 1 for X-Arrow. I don't blame More Crabs at all if he does not know this matchup. You do not see a lot of Colleens these days. I say that like there was ever a time when you did see a lot of Colleens. Ooh, excellent usage of the anti-air V-skill there. Gets a connection with that V-skill, which is actually very, very plus on hit. You can sometimes combo out of that. It's worth trying. Wake up, EX Frost counter. That's going to give you a huge hard knockdown. Good pressure. More Crabs is going to work his way out of the corner. Let his stun bar build back down. X-Zero not trying to combo out of that V-skill and hit. It's worth trying that out. But there we go. That's going to be game 1 there for X-Zero. Wow, you're a stubborn fool. I can make it so no one knows you even existed. Damn, I never actually heard that one.
Fight.
He's kind of a badass. Wow, anti-air sweep. Another good V-skill. More Crabs is going to want to patiently start baiting that out. It is very punishable on block. Wow, just random standing heavy punch. Ooh, wow, the V-skill comes out in the wrong direction. Cool bait out of More Crabs. That's almost impossible to punish when that happens. Good pressure. Hits a very meaty scissor kick there. Dash up, forward throw into the corner, one more hit. Another meaty scissor kicks. Whip punishes the Fierce with a sweep. It's going to be 1 up on the board for More Crabs. X-Zero immediately jumps into that jumping roundhouse. No quick rise from More Crabs. It means that he is going to be on the back foot here. There we go, another great anti-air V-skill. X-Zero has the hit confirm there, but instead he just opted to continue his block string. Another Wake Up EX Frost Touch. Oh, good dash forward, chase down the back dash. Wow, that was an interesting exchange. Use the EX Vanity Step into the Silver Edge to dodge and punish that EX Doubles reverse. Very cool option. Oh, great challenge there on the block scissor kicks. Oh, I see what More Crabs is going for there. He's noticed the anti-air V-skill, and now he's trying to intentionally bait it out and punish it, but it looks like he was not quite fast enough with the recovery into the slide. Good pressure. X-Zero presses a button. Colleen's counter actually does make this matchup a lot easier. Bison does not have a super easy time frame trapping into anything except for a normal high. And so just meterless Frost Touch, meterless medium Frost Touch can do miracles here in stealing your turn back. Great whip punish on the Devil's Reverse into an EX Parabellum. X-Zero is going to take game 2 with that Colleen.
Colleen wins.
Excellent display out of X-Zero, playing literally everybody on the roster. X-Zero going to go ahead and move on through the losers bracket. More Crabs, unfortunately, that's going to be it for this tournament. But he definitely got some valuable Colleen matchup experience out of that. I very much doubt that he had very much Colleen experience prior to that match. Colleen definitely a very cool character, very interesting character, and a pretty strong character once you actually sit down and start to play with your tools a little bit. she's got a lot of very unique options that literally nobody else in the game has. Alright, we're still waiting on quite a few matches to clear up before we can go into top 8 losers here. Still waiting on Jägermeister versus Moki Moki one to clear up. Looks like it just finished. Let's wait for that score to be updated, and then we'll put Carly Slade Jepsen versus the winner of that match up on stream. Man, I wish this tournament chat worked. Oh yeah, good old jury music. You know what? Compared to the Abigail theme, it's a pleasant change of pace. Apparently X-Arrow does not want to pick up the knot anytime soon. Alright, so let's go ahead and send invites to Carly Slade Jepsen versus Moki Moki 1, which will probably be our last match until we are finally in top 8 losers. Oh, Jägermeister says he won versus Moki. Oh. Alright, so send that invite to Jägermeister. Ooh. Is it Jägermeister or Jägermeister? Oh, it's Jägermeister. Oh, it looks like Jaeger plays Vega. This is going to be interesting to watch. And Carly Slade Jepsen has his character set to Bison for some reason. So let's see what Carly picks there.
It's go time.
Carly Slade Jepsen, usually a Chun/Karen player.
Let's do this.
Yep, sure enough, it is going to be Vega versus Karen.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, we've got a lower bracket. Jägermeister versus Carly Slade Jepsen. Carly gets a good crush counter sweep. Tries to bait out a throw tech, but until you establish that the throw is the option, yeah. It's not gonna work. Problem with Karen's throw, however, is that she gets literally nothing from either one of her throws mid-screen. So I can understand why you would not want to use it immediately. Oh. Jägermeister steals his turn back with that standing light kick. Just like Bison, he does have that 3-frame standing light kick. Very good at stealing your turn back. Great count. Oh! I was about to say great counter hit out of that Rekka, but kind Carly Slade Jepsen drops the combo and then just goes into a back throw to take that round.
Fight.
Connects to the standing roundhouse, connects to the V skill. Good meaty crouching medium punch. It looks like Jägermeister's been pressing a lot of buttons on Wake Up, which is a prime opportunity for Karen to get lots and lots of damage. Good reset for the cross under. Drops the combo, unfortunately. Cannot catch Vega. But he uses that V reversal. Good EX command grab there. Great frame traps out of those Rekkas. It looks like Jägermeister does not know how to deal with those. As soon as you block those Rekkas, you're usually, more often than not, better off using a standing light kick to interrupt before the finisher comes. And just a jab or a standing light kick, just any 4-frame normal will interrupt any one of the options, even the slide, except for the palm.
Fight.
But honestly, taking that little tiny bit of damage off of the palm is not that big of a deal. Good cross up, jumping medium kick into good damage, gets the Orochi finisher. Huge crush counter sweep here for Jaeger. Small frame trap, and that's about it. Carly Slade Jepsen gets the counter hit confirmed, but doesn't confirm out of that. Another confirm, another hit confirm with no follow-up. It doesn't matter. Carly does not need combos in order to win this, apparently. Another jumping medium kick, cross up. Jägermeister just getting jumped in on. No anti-airs or blocks in sight. Not sure what he's trying to anti-air with, but it's not working. Another good counter hit. Forward throw. Looks like Jägermeister doesn't really know what to do here. He's trying to play with Claw Vega and just... It looks like he's just using pokes to keep Karen at bay. But really, that's not really where Karen... Yeah, Karen doesn't really scare Claude Vega at all. Isn't really scared by Claude Vega at all. I mean, to Karen, Vega only really gets scary once you take the claw off and start frame trapping and going for stuff like command grabs and jump-ins and mix-ups. Like if you can't put the pressure on Karen and put her on the back foot, it's really not that big of a deal for Karen to deal with. And looks like Carly Slade Jepsen was not really scared of Jägermeister's Vega at all. Jägermeister looking like he was a little bit unfamiliar with that matchup, which is interesting. You'd think that everybody would study the Karen matchup. But yeah, Carly Slade Jepsen moves on into losers top 8. Looks like we're finally there. It was a bit of a bumpy ride, but we're finally made it into our top 8. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what we've got. We've got Arlie versus T1G Illusions in our top 8 winners bracket. Additionally, Perf 13 and Paces X. We've got our next match of Smitty Latimer versus President Carter, and after that it'll be X Arrow versus Carly Slade Jepsen. Let's go ahead and update that on the scoreboard. Alright, so our first match is going to be Smitty Latimer versus President Carter. For those of you waiting for your match, we are going to be going by the numbers as they're listed on Challenge. So you can have a good idea of how many games it's going to be until we get to your match. So let's go ahead and send these invites. Alright. Alright, so from this point forward, every single one of these matches is in fact going to be streamed. So we're going to go ahead and clear up top 8 losers and then move up to top 8 winners.
Let's do this.
All right, we're gonna have Laura versus Jerry, because yeah, that's an uphill battle for Jerry. Sure enough, yep. Sloan Steady says you got this, just anti-air well. Jerry actually not as bad as not that bad at anti-airing. She has a pretty good anti-air jab. She's got an air throw. She's got a usable DP. The hitboxes are a little bit weird, but it does have, her medium does have that airborne invulnerability that you need.
Boom! That's how you start the fight and finish it quickly.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, President Carter. Both of our players just back off. President Carter building charges and Smitty Latimer building meter. I'm not really sure. Great hit confirmed right off the bat. Immediately into the corner. Here's the throw. No quick rise means President Carter gets whatever maybe he wants. Goes for the back heavy kick. Ooh, blows the V-skill, corners himself. That was a mistake. You do not want to be cornered against the character. Smitty Latimer putting on some decent pressure, but backing off. Good standing medium punch, anti-air. Interesting that Jerry's fireball passes right under that thunderclap. Makes it a little interesting little bit of a stalemate there. Yeah, where they trade. President Carter, I think, comboed off of that trade just there with the EX Fuha. Very good stuff. Interesting option for that V skill, the uncharged V skill that just passed right behind. It's going to be round 1 for President Carter.
Round 2. Fight.
President Carter doesn't build any charges at the start of the round this time. You don't really need to. Weirdly enough, Jerry works just as well without her charges as she does with them. There we go, quickly builds all 3. Smitty Latimer doesn't even try to challenge, blocks the sweep. No attempt at a punish, but I don't think he was within range for very much. Air-to-air exchange, yep, again, max range sweep. Not able to counter sweep. In those kinds of situations as Jerry, when you cannot reach with the counter sweep, yeah, EX Fuha is an amazing option. There we go, fully charged thunderclap. Doesn't really follow it though. There we go, forward heavy punch. Manages to combo out of it even. Huge crush counter overhead. But yeah, Smitty Latimer not really able to seal the deal there. Gets a lot of really good hits in, but that does not pick them up for max damage. You saw that twisting barrage, the first hit comboed into a standing jab, and then no confirmation into the light elbow afterwards. That could have been the start of some really solid pressure, but instead, Smitty Latimer just sort of let it fall to the ground and reset the situation a little bit, which gave President Carter the opportunity he needed to take that momentum back. Ooh, fully charges the V-skill. That is actually what I think is Jerry's scariest tool, is that fully charged V-skill. Once you have that V-skill fully charged, immediately Jerry gains the ability to whiff punish pretty much anything at full screen. It comes out so fast. There it is, of course it happens. The EX Fuha -2 into the EX TP. Good challenge on the twisting barrage. Fully charged V-skill. Once that V-skill is fully charged, you're suddenly not allowed to shoot any projectiles. Oh, is this gonna be enough damage? No. President Carter looking for something to V-skill, and there it is. Just throws it out. Thinks he sees something. Smitty Latimer not blocking.
Round 2.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter whether or not Juri has those stores. It's not that important to pay attention to that. What it is important to pay attention to is whether or not she has that V skill fully charged. Excellent confirmation there by President Carter. And yet another one immediately in the corner. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with that V skill, though, that meaty V skill. He's just cornering himself with that. And even if Latimer would have just patiently blocked that, that would still be a punish opportunity. Wow, just lets that V skill rock. Latimer needs to just patiently block those and punish. It's impossible to react to, but... Good standing name pick into V trigger activation. President Carter unfortunately hits a button that is not DP. And there's a round for Smitty Latimer.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, big sweep, no punish. EX Fuha, 100% what you gotta do there. President Carter wakes up DP. Frame traps into overhead, manages to connect, but it's still... President Carter's not gonna be afraid to DP in that situation. Alright, jump back. Gets a read onto the command grab, and now President Carter has got Latimer on the ropes. This could be it here. Is it gonna be enough to stun? Is it gonna be enough to stun? I feel like President Carter might have been able to get a DP or something after that, but it doesn't matter. That's gonna be game 2 there, President Carter. It's amazing how much scaling there was in that combo. Juri's combos can get pretty long. Good stuff to President Carter. Moves on in our losers bracket. Unfortunately, Smitty Latimer is going to be out of the tournament at this juncture, but good stuff there to Smitty. Let's see. Our next match is going to be Carly Slade Jepsen versus X-Arrow. Let's go ahead and send them their invites. And then after this match, we're going to be jumping up into top 8 winners, letting those guys finally play again. All right. Alright, let's play the old game of who is X-Arrow going to pick. I honestly have no idea, although I'd like to see that Colleen again. Yep, there it is. It's going to be Colleen, and Carly Slade Jepsen is going to be going with Karen yet again. Now, this is actually a bit of a rough matchup for Colleen. Colleen does have good buttons in neutral, but Karen's is just a tiny bit better.
Round 1. Fight.
And Karen also has a very easy time with punishing a lot of Colleen's tools. Ooh, immediately works X-Arrow into the corner. Oh, here we go. Good pickup on the V skill on hit there. Good overhead. There's that anti-air V skill yet again. Carly Slade Jepsen is not going to want to jump in. That is a losing proposition against this character. Wow, just challenges with an EX Parabellum. Wow, wake up EX for Senha. Good throw tech there out of X-Arrow. Ready for that one. Carly Slade Jepsen still frozen. That's a very fast Orochi. Forward throw just needs one more touch. And there it is. Crouch counter standing fierce.
Round 2. Fight.
The Jepsen patiently walks forward, walking X-Arrow towards the corner. What's interesting to see is that X-Arrow is actually not going for any Parabellums on block. He's properly hit confirming into all of his combos, which is a bit of a, like, that Parabellum is a bit of a trap that newer Colleen players tend to fall into. There we go. Yeah, the Jepsen should be fully aware that is -4, which means you actually have to jab punish that. So jab into Tenko. It can be a bit of a tricky punish to get, but it's absolutely essential knowledge for playing Colleen.
Colleen wins.
It's going to be game 1 there for X-Arrow. And yeah, Carlos Jepsen looks like he's pretty unfamiliar with this matchup. Basically, there's 2 things you need to be able to do in this matchup in order to take this. Number 1 is you need to know how to work Colleen to the corner, and once she's there, you need to throw. You need to throw more often than you would against anybody else. Because Colleen, just her tool set in general, is pretty damn free throws. Number 2 is you got to be able to punish those Parabellums. Whenever those come out, jab into Tenko. And number 3 is you have to punish V-Skill, which standing medium punch is perfect for. Great crush counter into V-Skill. Gets the sweep. Ooh, tries to go for the take throw, doesn't walk quite far enough. Colleen's sweep, very short range, very bad for getting those kinds of punishes. Normally EX Parabellum is very great for punishing sweeps. You see X-Arrow trying to wake up with something. The throw is able to stuff it. Wow! X-Arrow just challenges with a raw fierce. Gets the crush counter there. Carlos Jepsen extending those frame traps just a little bit too much. Great punish on that V-Skill. People will lie and tell you can space it to make it safe, but that's absolutely not the case. Ooh, Carlos Jepsen had the right idea for the punish there, but presses it a little bit too late. Dash up, crouching, medium kick. Catches X-Arrow, not watching his toes. Huge meter advantage for Carlos Jepsen here. Good anti-air jab. Colleen has a pretty good one of those. Wow, raw Tenko to whip punish. The V-Skill. Doesn't go for a second, though. Oh, counter hit, crouching, medium kick. Doesn't pick up either one of those 2 combos. Both these guys pulling each other out. Carlos Jepsen trying to make X-Arrow whiff something. X-Arrow looking like he's looking for something to V-Skill. Good whiff punish with that standing roundhouse. Anti-air jab. Interesting to see him not opting for that V-Skill. Interesting usage of the vanity for movement. Good tick throw. Wow, crush counter fierce. Doesn't get anything out of it, though. Wow, just the challenge there out of X-Arrow. Carlos Jepsen not keeping his frame traps tight enough. EX dash into throw. Got X-Arrow in the corner, but he needs to work his way back in. Forward throw, just barely not enough damage to kill. Back throw would have killed there. And yeah, there we go. Just run away. Let that clock tick down. Carlos Jepsen is going to go ahead and walk into a jab, trying to get some damage down the board.
Final round.
I like that Carly didn't commit too much meter there to trying to chase down. Anti-air V-Skill. Again, that's why that's such a powerful anti-air, is because it can counter if your opponent is jumping in with a normal, and even if they're empty jumping, it can still hit them out of the air. The X Parabellum, what's the follow-up going to be? Sweep into V-Trigger. Carlos Jepsen could actually be challenging after those standing medium kicks. Gets the throw, just barely not enough to stun. There we go. One throw into stun, and that's going to be it for X Arrow. X Arrow moves on
Colleen wins.
through our winner's bracket, taking it 2-0 over Carly Slade Jepsen. Good stuff at X Arrow. Very fun to watch that Colleen. Carly Slade Jepsen just should have been a little bit tighter on the punishes there, dropping a lot of combos and dropping every single punish against those Parabellums. Whenever you block that, that is your opportunity to get some good damage up on the board. But yeah, that is often where a lot of people struggle against Colleen, is punishing the punishable stuff. Because it's actually very difficult to play a totally safe Colleen. A lot of times you find yourself having to take risks with stuff like V-Skill. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a loser's bracket match. So X Arrow moves on to the loser's bracket. Alright, next up we are going to look at our top 8 winners matches. We're going to have RLee13 versus T1G Illusions. So let's go ahead and send our invites to those two players. Oops. All right. All right, RLee, former Karen player, currently been using Alex to some success. T1G Illusions, newer to these tournaments. Looks like he's going to be using Akuma, but we'll find out.
Let's do this.
Yep, sure enough, it's going to be Alex versus Akuma. I want to say this is actually a bit of a tough matchup for Alex. Akuma is just such a powerful character. Needs all the tools he needs to deal with. Akuma has all the tools he needs to in order to deal with Alex. Whereas Alex, I don't know that he has anything that can very easily anti-air versus air fireballs. Illusions shoots that air fireball a little bit hastily. You shoot that too quickly, you're not going to be able to combo out of it. If you want to combo out of that air fireball on hit, you got to shoot it as you're coming down, or at the apex of your jump. Okay, jump it, forward jab. Just a lot of weird exchanges going on between these two. Good usage of the armor to get out of the corner, but unfortunately T1G Illusions is going to be ready with the DP.
Round 2. Fight.
Whoa, okay. EX headbutt at the start of the match. Good confirmation out of that forward heavy punch by Illusions. Oh, here come the throw loops. Oh no, RLee presses a button at the exact wrong time, and this is going to be huge damage. If he spends the meter, he might even be able to kill, but instead he just opts for one bar. Oh, huge boot to the face, gets the crush counter. This is going to be huge damage. Goes for the Thor reset. Doesn't fully charge the sledgehammer, and that's going to be a good punish. Illusions takes game 1 with no problems whatsoever. A lot of solid hit confirms out of Illusions. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't combo into super there. That was, I'm not sure if it would have killed, but it would have come close.
Round 1. Fight.
Good sweep punish. RLee finally blocks that forward heavy punch. T1 Illusions putting on some really good pressure here. Harley manages to catch Illusions moving forward. Flash chop. EX stun gun. There's the... Oh, okay. There comes the sledgehammer. T1 Illusions jumps it at just the perfect timing. Ooh, does not hold the sledgehammer to parry that full fireball. He's gonna pay for it now. Arlie sitting on hardly any health. Illusion's playing a little bit more reserve now. Ooh, still alive somehow after taking that crouching light kick. Arlie drops the hit confirm. No punish out of Illusions, but still able to take it with a crouching medium kick.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh. Good catch on the dash forward with a standing medium kick. Pulls in a full combo. T1G Illusions using that forward heavy punch a little bit too often, I would say, honestly. Arlie has not had any reason to not wake up with buttons this entire game, this entire set so far. There it is again. Unfortunately, Arlie chooses to wake up with crouching light kick and it gets high profiled. Good usage of the armor. But yeah, that dash forward standing heavy kick is not a good option there. I think he meant to do one or the other. Instead, he ended up doing both. And then a tick throw. Going to close that out there for Illusions. Taking that 2-0. Clean sweep. Unfortunately, Arlie is going to get knocked down into our lower bracket just like that. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough matchup for Alex, to be honest. He doesn't really have the tools that he needs to in order to deal with Akuma. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket. See who's next. It's going to be Perf13 versus Paces X. So let's go ahead and send our invites to those two. Alright, invite sent. Now, honestly, this is probably going to be Guile versus... Paces X has actually been using Bison today, so... We'll see who these guys pick. I'm waiting on Paces X. Hopefully he is not AFK right now. Let's go ahead and spam with invites till he shows up. I'll just take a quick 1-minute break while we're waiting on Paces X to join. No, looks like he's here. Oh, and he switches main back to Ken. Are we going to see a Ken out of Paces? We'll find out.
Let's do this.
All right. Currently in winner's top 8, we've got Perf13 versus Paces X, who's going to be going with Ken this time around, which is usually not a great look for the Guile matchup, but Paces seems to be pretty confident with it. Yeah, Perf 13 seems to be doing a great job of keeping Pace's X on the back foot, not quite able to find his way in. Wow, Pace's X stealing his turn over and over and over again with that back medium punch. Over again. Perf 13 can interrupt that. He does have to watch out for the frame trap afterwards. But sure enough, he has been respecting that. And Pace's X is going to go ahead and take that first round because of it.
Round 2. Fight.
Donald Trump colored Guile. That's pretty true. This is how Donald Trump sees himself in his head. Alright, Perf 13. Again, had Pace's X on the back foot, but one good jump and is all Pace's needs. Get that momentum back, and now he's back out. Yeah, I like it. Jump those fireballs. It is better than being put on the back foot. As soon as you block that first sonic boom, you are suddenly in negative hell. Oh, good back throw. Right back in the corner you go. Baits the flash kick, and this is going to be huge damage. Goes for the full frame trap. Uh-oh, Paces is stuck, blocking these booms. Oh, it looks like Perf was trying to go for the flash kick, but instead he got a crouching medium kick. And that's going to give Paces that first game. That was an interesting set. It looked like Perf had control of that for the majority of both rounds. But both times Pace's X would find the in that he needs with those jumps and eventually get that damage and take those rounds.
Round 1. Fight.
Perf 13 definitely has to be a little bit more reserved with his zoning and keep an eye on those jump-ins. Definitely is difficult to play a perfect zoning game. But Guile has the tools to do it, and Ken does not have the tools to get around it. So if you can just be on point with your anti-airs, all of a sudden, Paces is going to have a lot of trouble here. Ooh. Not sure what that jumping medium kick was supposed to be. Maybe a Sobat? Ooh, good crush counter roundhouse. He just needs one more touch for that stun. And there it is. Perf tries to take his turn with an EX boom, but it's just barely not fast enough. He's gonna kill. Paces already on at match point. I just realized he's got the Red Bull costume on. That's pretty cool.
Round 2. Fight.
Wearing that Red Bull costume for those wings. Oh, connects. Standing with that that overhead. Either that he just mistimed the light Tatsu afterwards, but Perf 13 is going to take that momentum. Start applying this corner pressure. Pace is just stealing his turn over and over again. Perf really needs to start challenging after that back medium punch. Even if it's just EX flash kick, challenge with something. You cannot treat that back medium punch as if it is plus. You gotta understand that's minus. Oh, good counter hit. Ooh, Paces just barely flies over that boom. It's all that Red Bull. There we go. Perf managed to take a round. Still has a little bit of meter to spare.
Final round. Fight.
And that one bar is going to go a long way. Crouch walks forward, jumps over the boom. Gets an excellent confirmation out of that. That was a weird exchange. You don't see Guile's crouch walking very often. Oh, again. I'm not sure if he was trying to go for a flash kick there, but he ended up just getting a crouching medium kick. Not a very great anti-air. I would like to see Perf start playing around with that crouching jab anti-air, although I can't speak to how well it works myself. Ooh. Good jumping jab out of Pace's X. Nearly dodges that throw. Wow. Is this gonna work? Crouching medium kick and a speed trigger activation and a Sonic Tempest. Good stuff out of Perf. Sitting on a health lead now. He's gonna anti-air with jump jab, of all things. Good wake up jab confirm into flash kick. Pace Perf is gonna go ahead and put one on the board. A little bit too close for comfort there, but it looks like Perf is starting to get adjusted. Yeah, that crouching medium kick, V-trigger activation, and a critical art was pretty sick. I wasn't even sure if that would connect, to be honest. It was a whiff punish with that crouching medium kick too, is the funny part. He managed to hit Ken's extended hurt box. Ooh. Faces X with the runs all day. Wow, what am I seeing right now? Perf 13 is going to get hit by that crouching light kick on wake up. This is going to be big damage here for Paces. And another meaty, what are you going to do? The frame traps are super real as of the tick throws. Pace X, the impeccable corner pressure, is going to be able to take that round working on a set point here. Good flash kick. Paces has had such good reads on these Sonic Booms all day. Here we go, good flash kick. He had excellent timing on that upside down kick, but Paces X just woke up, light kick, stuffed it on the way up. Good crush counter. Oh, this is going to be huge. Corner parry and good damage off of that overhead. Oh, doesn't quite pick up that the hit confirm there. It doesn't matter. Paces X is still going to go ahead and continue to pressure. Back into the corner, and that's going to be enough to kill. Paces moves on, 2-1. And I believe that win is going to put him into winners finals. Alright, good stuff out of Paces. Good stuff to Perf as well. Unfortunately, wasn't quite on point with... honestly, Paces was just in his head that entire match. Every time that Perf threw a boom, Paces was ready to jump over it. And when Paces was looking for the anti-airs with the flash kicks, when he had his eyes to the skies, that was when Paces took to the ground and ran his way forward. Good stuff to both players. Let's go ahead and update that scoreboard. Bam. Alright, next up, we are going to look back down at our losers bracket. It is going to be Arlie13 versus X Arrow. So let's go ahead and send them their invites. Alright, we've got 2 more matches until we are in top 4, at which point we will be increasing the rule settings to first to 3. But in the meantime, we've currently got Arlie versus X Arrow. Let's see who X Arrow is going to bust out. He's currently got his character set to Rashido, which is who I consider to be X Arrow's main. We'll see if he busts that out, or if he just continues to play the character select shimmy with us.
Let's do this.
Paces X voting for Zeku. No, it is going to be Rashid. And Arlie is going to be backing it up and opting for Karen this time around rather than Alex. Karen is Arlie's original main from the Season 1 days. So let's see how this plays out.
I am Rashid of the Turbulent Wind. Remember the name well.
Round one. Fight.
Anti-air jab. All right, sure, just do it. X-Arrow's always got impeccable pressure with Rashid. Gets the counter hit off of that light mixer. With that standing light kick. Very hard to challenge that properly. Ooh, great punish on that light mixer. Opposite the standing heavy punch, which is probably an optimal punish. Good punish on that Rasenha into slide. Light Rasenha itself is -6. The 4-frame gap into that slide, which is -1 billion. Oh, the EX whirlwind pressure by X-Arrow. There are option selects that the Karen can use to deal with that. That after blocking that the crouching heavy punch, what you do is you input an EX Sapo, and then if he cancels it, it'll cancel on the first hit, and if he doesn't cancel it, both hits will connect, and EX Sapo will come out. Sorry, friend. X-Arrow catches with that throw. Of course, here comes the EX spinning mixer. X-Arrow spends the last bit of his meter in order to get that, but he does have Arlie in the corner now, which is huge. Gets the overhead, doesn't follow it up into the sweep. Instead goes right into some more Rekkas, goes for the YOLO elbow into cross up and then into critical art. Not enough damage to kill though, and instead he's going to reset to neutral. X-Arrow could very easily make this comeback, but nope. He's going to go ahead and eat that V skill.
Final round. Fight.
Final round of game 1. Good pressure out of X-Arrow there. Ooh, no punish there on that light mixer. He did match that one. Ooh. Matched that one to level 2. Kept Arlie standing in order to get that standing reset. And there's going to be the stun. It's going to be huge damage here for X-Arrow. Not enough to kill, though. Opts for the knockdown. Ooh, neutral jump over the Rasenha. And that's going to be game 1 there for X-Arrow. That's not something you see very often. Somebody neutral jumping over Rasenha. But it worked well enough.
Round 1. Fight.
Gotcha.
Immediately Arlie works X-Arrow towards the corner. And here come the throw loops. X-Arrow gets a good tech. No punish on that V skill, unfortunately. Good blocks out of Arlie. That's a tricky cross out to block. Arlie does a good job of getting his turn back. Fortunately, he's still in the corner. Huge crush counter here for X-Arrow. Goes out the whirlwind. Ooh, good block on the overhead. Oh no. But Arlie just eats the tail end of that whirlwind. Still in the corner, but here we go. Huge confirm. Able to work his way out and confirm in a critical art, which is in fact going to kill. Totally worth spending the meter. Matter of fact, there is no correct time to use Karen's critical art except when it's going to kill.
Round 2. Fight.
Wow, huge percent off in full screen. Good punish by X-Arrow. -4 there. Ooh, big standing heavy punch there for Arlie, but he does not cancel that into the dash in order to confirm. Good standing light kick and a tick throw. Ooh. Big dive kick manages to connect. Arlie sitting on hardly any life here. Also at a meter disadvantage. This is looking pretty grim for Arlie. Just triple V skill, spamming it. And there comes the EX mixer out of X-Arrow. Doesn't even match it.
Final
Take that round.
Fight.
Oh, again, the counter hits after that mixer. It's one of those moves that's super dangerous to challenge. No whiff punish on that mixer. No punish on the V skill. Notice that Arlie is not charging it, which makes it -5. Huge bait on that DP. Drops the combo, however. And then Arlie also drops the punish. Whoa. Arlie just doesn't press buttons. Lets X-Arrow whip his throws. And that is going to be game 2 for X-Arrow. X-Arrow moves on.
Rashid wins.
X-Arrow does move on into top 4. Unfortunately, Arlie is going to be out of the tournament at this point. Good stuff to Arlie. Always putting on a good show.
It's go time.
Alright, next up, let's take a look at our bracket. We're still in the lower bracket, I believe, and our next game is going to be Perf 13 versus President Carter. Let's go ahead and send them their invites. All right. It's looking like it's going to be Guile versus Jury. And this is a matchup that I actually hate as Jury. Jury does have options to get past booms, but it just does not feel like a very pleasant experience for the Jury player. But let's see how President Carter does manage to handle it. President Carter says, "Trust me, I hate it too."
Round 1. Fight.
But honestly, if Paces X could take this matchup as Ken, I'm 100% confident that Carter can take it as well. See him backing off. Not really sure whether he wants to use the stores to negate the booms or just build as many stores as he can. Not sure if President Carter fully charged that B skill. I think he did. However, if he did, he should be using it to get past those booms. There it goes. Good reaction there. Charges another one. You don't get great Oki off of that B skill, but you do get enough. Just enough to charge it again. Oh no, lets it out a little bit prematurely. Not a great punish by Perf. Oh, good dash up into throw. Anti-air jab. There we go. Perf 13 finally presses a button, or it takes his turn back. President Carter using a lot of pressure that is in fact interruptible. Perf 13 a little bit too afraid to press buttons. Just then, -2 into throw. Perf 13 had a nice 7-frame gap there, but President Carter managed to take the round.
Fight.
Ooh. Yeah, that's why it's a little bit risky there to use the stores to cancel those booms. You gotta have impeccable timing in order to do that. President Carter does not have full V skill. Oh no, yeah he did. Yeah he did. Managed to fully charge it there before taking a hit. Huge jumping heavy kick into somersault. This time's the throw, however, gets back thrown for it. Good reversal there. Excellent use of the V skill to get past those booms, but unfortunately, that does not start any kind of offense. And that's why I said that although Jury has the tools to deal with this matchup, it still feels very uphill. Because even if you can get a correct reaction to those sonic booms, it doesn't start anything. Wow, this corner pressure out of Perf is ridiculous. President Carter has long since lost all of his health to gray health. And that one anti-air jab is going to take it there for Perf.
Fight.
Ooh, tries to use the store to cancel that boom. It doesn't quite work out. Good use of the EX booms there to pass those stores. Wow. Perf with the somersault from downtown. Big pickup on the upside down kick there. Huge punish on the EX flash kick. A little bit too much of a risk there. I don't think Perf needed to do that at all. And that was just enough damage for President Carter to go ahead and take that game. I definitely don't agree with taking those kinds of risks at that when you're at that that half life mark and not at any kind of disadvantage. Really, he could have just played his own game. When the reward for the risk is greatly outweighed by the amount of life that you'll sacrifice to that punish, when you're within death range, you definitely want to think twice about doing stuff like that. Wow, just like that, President Carter is backed up into the corner. There we go, manages to jump his way out. Great corner pressure here by Perf. Manages to get a stun just like that. Another optimal combo. Back dash into forward dash into throw. Perf has absolutely no trouble closing out that round.
Round 2. Fight.
Good flash kick. Oh, President Carter eats that sonic boom upon wake up. Ooh. President Carter has not been having a very good time trying to cancel out these booms, those charges. He managed to time it correctly exactly once, and that one time it was an EX boom. Oh, the back throw loops. Here they come. You gotta do something. Opts for the delayed rise into the DP. Ooh. Huge neutral jump, heavy kick into a giant combo. This is going to be a long combo. It's not going to stun, though, I don't think. One more hit. That would have been a great time to overhead, actually. President Carter trying to figure something out. Just needs 2 more hits. Yes, 2. One of those fully charged V-skills would not be enough damage to actually kill in that situation. Perf manages to put a game up on the board, tying it up 1-1. That was very back and forth. Too easy, says Kyle.
Round 1. Fight.
Ooh, good scanning kick there out of President Carter, but he is not buffering Fuha Store in the middle of them. That's something you absolutely got to always do with Jury. Connect with that medium kick. You got to be ready to turn that into a combo. Again, no cancellation there. Huge combo there. President Carter wakes up with DP. It works, but he's still in the corner. Oh, Perf 13 creating a little bit too much space here. I'm not sure. He just wants to sit back and play that zoning game. And you know what? It's fine. He can afford to because of that health advantage. President Carter tries to take a risk with the medium Fuha there. I mean, the medium 10 Senrin. Medium flip kicks. Perf is going to get that punish. Perf having a lot of luck with these jumping heavy kicks. President Carter not too confident in his anti-airs, it looks like. He absolutely needs to learn to use that medium DP to his advantage. Ooh. Good counter sweep. Good meaty as well. It's going to be perfect corner carry. But the EX flash kick is going to get Perf out of that situation. Good use of the EX flip kicks. Here we go. Feature cancellation of the sweep to make it plus. Again. The light Fuhas into throw. Those are all -2. Very little block stun, so it can be very difficult to challenge it properly, but you've got to recognize that those are all minus. You should not let Jury do that to you. Anti-air jab into jab upon landing. Unfortunately, President Carter isn't ready for any kind of hit confirm. Whoa. Big jumping heavy kick there, but doesn't pick up the combo on that either. Whoa. Perf tries to challenge with a throw, but he's a little bit out of range. Good EX flip kicks. President Carter working on some corner pressure, but yeah, that's the end of it. I'm surprised that President Carter was able to take that throw, actually. That medium throw is not safe on block. Fully charges the V skill, but opts not to pass through that particular boom. Does have an option for it in the future, though, but might not need. Oh, drops the combo. I like President Carter's adaptation with these EX flip kicks to get over these booms. It will not get a clean whip punish on the booms, but it does get you in, which is more than I can say for all of the Jury's other options. EX flash kick on wake up. That's been working for Perf pretty much every time that he's done it. No challenge on the EX flip kicks, and President Carter is just going to be free to close that round with a crouching medium kick. Good stuff to President Carter. Moving on into the next round. Unfortunately, Perf is going to be out here. And I think that gets President Carter into top 4. Are we in top 4? Whoop. Looks like we are... Yeah, we're in top 4. So let's go ahead and change those rule settings. Oops. First to 3. We're now going to have a little bit longer sets from here on out. President Carter takes it 2-1 over Perf. And our next match is going to be President Carter versus X Arrow in losers semifinals. Alright, so let's get President Carter back in here and send an invite to X Arrow. Alright, this match is going to be first to 3. We are in top 4 losers semifinals. Good luck to both President Carter and X Arrow. Will X Arrow choose to stick with Rashid, or will he change it up?
Let's do this.
I don't think these two have played in quite a while, so let's find out. Alright, X Arrow is going to be going with Colleen for this one. Feeling a little bit confident here. Two relatively newer characters you don't really see that much of. One of these two characters is underrated.
It's so nice to meet.
Let's see how this goes. We've got Jury's theme blaring. Let's go. Top 4. X Arrow President Carter. Anti-air jab by President Carter. Both of these guys have pretty good anti-air jabs at their disposal. Good take throw by President Carter. X Arrow respecting these non-frame traps a little bit too much. huge crush counter fierce for X Arrow. That standing fierce for Colleen is pretty fast. Good challenge there out of X Arrow. Just tries to take his turn back. President Carter doing an excellent job of stealing his turns back. Whoa, that was an interesting little exchange. President Carter gets the super deep jumping medium kick cross up, but X Arrow just throws him out of it on hit. No confirmation for President Carter there. Big bait on the DP, and this is going to be huge damage. Close to stun. And there it is with the crouching light kick, and that's going to be round 1 for X Arrow.
You lose. You must have miscalculated.
Round 2. Fight.
Huge jumping heavy kick. Good V skill. President Carter is on the back foot in this corner. Doesn't get the punish on the Parabellum. You've got a standing jab those. Standing jab into light 10 center or DP. Good jab anti-air there for President Carter. Needs to work his way out of this corner though. And if he keeps whipping buttons, he's going to get V-skilled again. There it is. Another V-skill, combos into the EX Parabellum. This is going to be huge damage. Into the air throw. Dash up, crouching light kick. Actually, not a true meaty. President Carter could have afforded to wake up with a jab there. But there we go. X Arrow is going to take game 1 just like that.
Colleen wins.
I can't say I've literally ever experienced this matchup to know if Colleen beats Jury fairly well.
Round 1.
However, I do have a lot of experience with both of these characters. And I can say that, I don't know, I can say that of these two characters, I feel like Colleen is stronger. But I don't think that there's any particular tools there that, that would give Colleen the upper hand. Oh, good neutral jump there, but President Carter still in the corner. And another B-skill into EX Parabellum into air throw. Going for the damage option there. No quick rise means that X Arrow gets that Oki regardless. Whoa, that was an interesting exchange. You don't see that happen very often. And that's a testament to how deep Jury's cross-up medium kick can actually land. It actually got the V-skill to hit in the opposite direction. President Carter not really sure what to do. Charges that V-skill, which is a good option. Can use that as a whiff punish for Colleen's old V-skill, but nope. X Arrow is going to go ahead and take another round.
You must have miscalculated.
Round 2. Fight.
It is true that that Colleen, not even her EX parry, her normal parry, meterless, can destroy almost all of Jury's strings, but that's not exclusive to this matchup. Colleen's normal counter actually can blow up most frame traps in the game. There's actually very few frame traps that cannot be frost touched, which is one of Colleen's strengths. Oh, good standing light kick into EX Parabellum, goes for the air throw yet again. There we go. President Carter quick rises this time. Doesn't let X Arrow get free reign on that Oki. Forward throw. No quick rise that time, President Carter. You cannot let Colleen get away with this. Usually Colleen has to choose between damage or Oki. And thus far, X Arrow's been picking damage and still getting the Oki to the lack of quick rise there. Again, that standing fierce crush counter just comes out so fast.
Colleen wins.
That's game 2 for X Arrow. President Carter's not really sure what he needs to do. I can tell him what he needs to stop doing is jumping in, because X Arrow is definitely has been on point with those jab and V skill anti-airs.
Round 1. Fight.
And it's very difficult because it's very easy for Colleen to get you cornered. No punish on those hands. Jury has good buttons to punish that. Again, that is -4. Ooh, huge punish opportunity on that silver edge, but again, no optimal punish there for President Carter. He is not familiar with this matchup at all. Here comes the air throw yet again. No quick rise. Gives X Arrow the time to even set up a hailstorm. Oh, here we go. Big combo into V-trigger activation into even bigger combo. Goes for the Oki afterwards. X Arrow respecting the fake pressure there. Not even trying to counter in between. Ooh, gets the hit confirm, but does not go into the hailstorm or the parabellum. Just lets it drop. Good blocks out of President Carter, being very patient here, but he doesn't know how to get out of the corner. A lot of times you just want to use that light Tensenrin to make some space. Good punish. Well, not optimal, but still good enough to close out that round. Unfortunately, the meter was not necessary to burn there.
Round 2. Fight.
Whoa. Gets the counter hit there, but doesn't confirm into it. You get that light kick, you want to go into that standing medium punch. Turn that into some damage. Ooh. Looks like President Carter's doing a little bit better job of not giving up space. Putting on some pretty good pressure. Ooh. Zip dash under, but isn't able to get a meaty jab. Whoa. Goes for the non-charged V-skill. No punish on that parabellum. Had the right buttons to use, but mistimes it a little bit. Good anti-air jab. Oh, you gotta be ready to whiff punish those V-skills. They do have a lot of recovery. Oh, no punish is gonna reach. That was a well-spaced parabellum. Anti-air jab. But so far, President Carter has not been able to get those cross-unders to work. The XDP is going to be able to put a game up on the board for President Carter.
Jury wins.
Yeah, as soon as Carter stopped cornering himself, he found that he was having a lot less trouble in neutral. Jerry says, I've been itching to beat you up since we first met.
Round 1. Fight.
Jerry does love beating up female characters. Ooh, good frame trap there. Jerry does not have a lot of those. Unless she's in V-trigger. Oh, good confirmation out of the V-skill on hit there. And here we go. Now X-Arrow has got President Carter in the corner where he wants him. No quick rise there means that X-Arrow can do literally whatever he wants. Colleen is a scary opponent not to quick rise against. Good EXDP there. Wow. X-Arrow just respecting that entire string and then managing to go ahead and take that round regardless. Interesting to see that X-Arrow is actually not taking a lot of interrupt opportunities that he could be taking and still just waiting for Yuri's turn to be over patiently. And just putting on that offense as soon as he takes his turn. Got President Carter on the back foot, working on a stun here. Ooh. Good option there. President Carter uses the EX flip kicks to get out of there through that hailstorm. However, sitting at a huge disadvantage. X-Arrow is on a match point, and there's the stun, and that's going to be the victory. X-Arrow moves on into losers finals. Good stuff out of President Carter. Managed to get one win there, but yeah, it just did not have the pressure to open up X-Arrow. And that's where the old wisdom chimes in when you're up against a Colleen. Throw, throw, and then throw again. You want to throw Colleen more often than not. Although, to be honest, X-Arrow didn't really find himself having to use any of those options that would lose to it, like counters or vanity, vanity steps. All right, next up, we are going to have our losers semis between President Carter and X-Arrow. But first, I'm going to take a quick 1-minute break. Let's go ahead and cut it over to the ad screen real quick. After that, we'll have President Carter versus X Arrow. Oh wait, no wait, hang on, that just finished. We're going to have winners finals, my bad. We're going to, let's go ahead and update that score. X Arrow takes that over President Carter 3-1. Yeah, after this we're going to have our winners finals match between T1G Illusions and Paces X. But first, I'm going to take a quick 1-minute break. Alright, and we're back. Let's go ahead and get the show on the road with our winners finals match between T1G Illusions and Paces X. Alright, we've got our invite sent. Alright, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We've got Illusions and Paces X. Paces X is probably either going to come out with his Ken or his Bison. And watching Ken versus Akuma is a bit of an interesting matchup. Because I always like to say that Akuma is a little bit like a better Ken. However, Ken does have one option that Akuma does not have in the form of that overhead. Akuma definitely has a much less scary overhead. So let's see how this plays out. Looks like Paces is going to be going with Bison this time around.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, maybe he feels a little bit more comfortable with Bison in this matchup. Sweep gets stuffed by the fireball. Interesting. Cool, good frame trap with the crouching medium kick, crouching medium punch into standing medium kick. However, doesn't capitalize on it for anything. But Pace's X is going to think twice next time he jabs after that crouching medium punch. Ooh. Pace's X jumps in at cross-up range, hits the wrong button though. It doesn't matter, there's the huge crush counter. It's going to be a lot of damage in corner carry. Gets another counter hit, doesn't pick it up. A double standing leg kick is an interesting string you don't see very often. Woo! Huge crush counter punish there on that DP. Illusions bets the farm, and there it goes. Time to pack it up and live in the city. Ooh, good V skill. Absorbs that fireball. Still has it in his back pocket. He can throw it out anytime he wants now. EX scissor kicks his way into the corner. No punish on that Tatsu. That's going to be a huge mistake. Illusions gets a counter hit crouching medium punch. Doesn't pick it up though, but it doesn't matter. Here's the stun. Wait, what? What was that? Doesn't matter. Let's pretend that never happened. Here comes the whiff on the stun combo, which is actually surprisingly easy to do when you go for that particular combo. And this is going to give Pace's X the opportunity he needs to close it out. Right here, it's done. We're done. That's going to be game one for Pace's X. Huge drops by Illusions. Not one, but two. That just did not go Illusions' way. It looked like he had... It looks like he was playing that pretty solid. He just kept on getting a lot of unfortunate drops.
Round one. Fight.
Another pocketed V skill fireball. Throws it back in Illusions' face. I actually have no idea what the frame data is on that. Just throw it in their face like that. I'm gonna guess that it's -2. That's just a guess, though. Another one. Wow, huge whiff on the DP. I want to say that was an input error, and he meant to use EX Fireball in that situation. Ooh, big block on the sweep. No punish! Just a standing medium punch, and that's it. And then another DP from full screen. Wow. Illusions is throwing this away right now. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that these DPs are supposed to be EX Fireballs because the range that he's using at, EX Fireball would actually be a great idea. But instead, we're just seeing him throw away his already low health bar with those DPs. Good hit confirm there for Paces. Oh! Illusions gets his feet clipped by that sweep. Paces knows how to block. He is not going to fall for that forward heavy punch every single time, like Arlie did. Whoa, that's not going to be... Yeah, that's not going to be early enough in order to actually DP that jump in. There is a little bit of startup on that V trigger. And that's going to be game 2 for Pace's X. Was that already game 2?
Round one.
Sure enough.
Fight.
Wow, big jump in. Illusions already loses a fourth of his health bar. Good back throw, but out of the corner, unfortunately. Crush counter sweep. Well, gets the crush counter sweep and then just baits the DP. I like it. When your opponent has extra time to think, all of a sudden it's like, you know, maybe DP would be a good idea here. I like the forward heavy punch into jab. But when that doesn't work out, I'd like to see Illusions try and extend his offense a little bit there. Maybe jab into standing medium kick, maybe jab into Demon's Lift. Kuma does not have to end his pressure there if he doesn't want to. Another round to Pace's X, and Pace's X sitting here at winner's finals point already. Pretty much uncontested this entire set. Huge crush counter. really good frame traps, catches illusions, doing something. Working on that stun, not going to let that stun bar build down, and there it is. One state immediate peek to get the stun. This is going to be huge damage. Doesn't have critical art to kill, but... Whoa. No perfect here. Illusions manages to work his way out of the corner. He could very easily make this comeback. He has the resources for it. Oh, he backs himself back into the corner. Not where you want to be. EX head stomp to take it there. Paces X moves on into grand finals, knocking Illusions down into the losers finals, where I think he's playing X Arrow. So out of the frying pan and into the fryer here for Illusions.
It's go time.
All right. That was a 3-0, I believe, for Paces. Next up, we're going to have Illusions versus X Arrow, so Illusions can chill in here, and we're going to invite X Arrow into the lobby. For our losers finals match between these two. Interesting to see who X Arrow is going to pick. I want to say he's probably going to pick Colleen, although I actually don't like Colleen versus Akuma very much. That's not a good look for her. Alright, time to spam X Arrow with those invites. X Arrow says, I am not prepared. Alright, taking up a quick break while waiting on X Arrow. Oh, wait, looks like he's in here.
Let's do this.
Alrighty. Yep, sure enough, it is going to be Akuma versus Colleen. Let's see what X Arrow has in store for this matchup. I'm almost sure that he doesn't know it, but
Round one.
that won't stop him from figuring it out.
Fight.
Back throw into the corner. X Arrow able to put on some pressure now. Low forward into fireball. Going to let Illusions create some space here. Good V skill. Manages to parry that standing medium kick. But X Arrow still has Illusions right where he wants him in this corner. Putting on some good pressure. Not liking that X Arrow is using this crouching leg kick string and then not confirming it. The back walk with the point. Pulling with that top tier back walk animation. I want to see Illusion start using some air fireballs, honestly. Because Colleen, if there's one thing that she has trouble with, it's fireballs. I'm not sure that V skill is going to do a very good job parrying that. Throws off the EX fireball. Ooh, low forward into DP. He definitely meant to get fireball there. And X Arrow is going to have that punished with the V skill.
Fight.
That's been happening to Illusions a lot this tournament so far. He's been getting a lot of stray DP inputs. I want to see a lot more fireballs here out of Illusions, honestly. Colleen has a very tough time with them. Fireballs and throws. Big whip on the V skill there, no punish though. Huge jump in. Both these guys very, very afraid. Huge whiff on the critical art. That does not work off an anti-air jab. I think X-Zero just meant to do anti-air critical art. Big damage here for Illusions. He just needs one more touch. Good throw tech keeps X-Zero alive. Gets the V-skill out, manages to get that chill on Akuma. If he can get a few more hits, he might be able to get that stun. But no, there's one fireball. Going to counter hit what looked like a V-skill.
Final round.
Which makes me wonder if the V-skill even activates on fireballs. I think it does. Ooh, no punish there, but manages to walk up and get a standing medium kick anyways. Oh, here we go, EX Parabellum. Throws the Hailstorm up. Oh, combos out of it with a standing heavy punch, but doesn't pick it up any further than that. No punish on the V-skill. You gotta try and punish those every single time. And Akuma's standing medium kick is the perfect button to do it. Also missed the punish on the Silver Edge. Illusions is falling apart here. Forward throw, and that's going to be game one there for X-Zero.
Colleen wins.
I felt like it took a while. Again, I just want to say Illusions just didn't have his execution and his punishes on point. I'm not sure that he knows the matchup and he knows what is and is not punishable, but Silver Edge and V-Skill both very easily punishable by Akuma's standing medium kick. You want to take those when you can get them. Big whiff on that V-Skill. Again, if you see Colleen whiffing that V-Skill or any buttons in neutral whatsoever, you want to try and react with that standing heavy punch. There we go. Great punish with the crouching medium punch. Goes to a demon flip instead of just finishing the combo. Good tech on the throat. Another pickup off of that V-Skill. Again, great conversion off of that V-Skill into the EX Parabellum. Goes for the V-Trigger option this time around. Good corner pressure here, working on a stun. There it is. Oh, wait, just needs one more touch. Wake up EXTP is going to work. Oh, ooh, had the combo opportunity, but dropped it. That could have actually taken the round. Again, these drops are just critical for Illusions.
Fight.
He might be winning right now if it wasn't for all these drops. Great punish opportunity. Actually managed to get the punish for standing medium kick. I'm not sure that that's supposed to work, but looked like it did. Huge crush counter for X-Zero. Another one into V-Trigger. And there's the freeze. And this might be enough damage to kill here. Into the air throw. And there we go. X-Zero takes game two.
Colleen wins.
So the adaptations I want to see out of Illusions here are to start punishing that Parabellum with, punishing the hands with jab and light Tatsu. And punishing those V-skills with standing medium kick. Illusions looks like he's not quite aware of the optimal punishes in some of these Colleen special moves. Whoa, another crouching medium kick into DP. Illusions has been getting that all day. Huge whiff punish on the forward heavy punch there from Akuma. Cannot let X-Zero just jump in after that Parabellum. Should be reset to neutral. You should be ready to anti-air that with a back heavy punch. We actually haven't been seeing that out of Illusions at all. We have seen zero back heavy punch anti-airs. Even though Akuma does such a great job of anti-airing and turning that into offense. Good forward throw. Oh, manages to get the shimmy with the forward heavy punch, and this is going to be almost... Oh yeah, it's going to be stun. And unless he drops his combo, this should be it. Oh, just barely not enough damage, actually. That's actually surprising to me that wasn't enough damage, but still, Illusions is going to take it with the throw.
Round two. Fight.
Lots of heavy punches, but no confirmations on them. Every single one of those heavy punches could very easily be an EX Parabellum. Huge jump in into an EX Parabellum. What's he gonna go for? Nothing. He just goes for the wrong vanity step and backs off. Ooh, no punish on that V skill. It's -6. At least. I think it's -7. Big EXDP here for Illusions. However, just resets to neutral. Ooh, gets the jab, but nothing out of it. Here we go, though. Big damage. Good Oki here for Illusions. Jab into throw. Unfortunately, the jab connects, which makes him throw it, but here we go. That's going to be stun here for Illusions. He's going to put one up on the board.
Akuma wins.
Alright, good stuff. Illusions putting one up on the board. Not making too many mistakes that time around. Still dropped a couple of punishes.
Round 1.
Also, interesting choice of tick throw buttons out of Illusions. He's ticking with that crouching light punch, even though Akuma's actually got a very good standing light kick tick throw button. Ooh, lots of dashes forward here. Good V skill by X Arrow. Yeah, that V skill just doesn't work on projectiles, it looks like. Makes sense. Another good confirmation there by X Arrow. What I like to see him do is actually, instead of comboing into Hailstorm after that V skill into jab, instead of comboing into Parabellum, combo into Hailstorm. You can definitely get a much better situation off of that. Ooh. Tries to anti-air jab the fireball, doesn't quite work out. Throws the fireball, activates V-trigger. Oh, that's going to be a huge damage opportunity for Illusions. Oh, baits out the throw tech, and that's going to be some good damage. And the round for Illusions. X-Zero's starting to get opened up a lot more than he usually does here. You can tell that X-Zero's Colleen is definitely not optimized. He's just getting a lot of hits. Oh, drop punish there by Illusions. He's getting a lot of hits, but he is not turning all of them into damage. Which shows that he's good at opening his opponents up, but he's just not good at optimizing those kinds of hits with Colleen. Just there, we see a counter hit standing medium punch, but nothing afterwards. Here we go. Interesting little setup there. Good anti-air DP by Illusions. No whip punish on that V skill. Gotta hit something. Good throw. Ooh. X-Zero just barely managed to recover in time from that crouching short in order to block that forward heavy punch. I'd like to see Illusions go for some actual meaties instead of just forward heavy punching every time, though. It looks like that's been working out for him, but, yeah. Oh, drops the jab there. Wow, was that a low parry? That was a wake-up low parry. I'm not even sure what he parried, but that was a hell of a reaction there, or a read there for X-Zero. that was a very interesting little exchange. X-Zero pretty much had the round in the bag, but took a risk there with that EX Hailstorm. Illusions traded with the first hit of that DP, and it just barely wasn't enough damage. Good standing heavy punch, but again, no confirmation into Parabellum. Get a heavy Parabellum out of that. If not EX. X-Zero just backing out, creating space. Good whiff punish on that air fireball. Goes to the damage option. Good anti-air DP out of Illusions. I would like to see more back heavy punch, though. Illusions just going for DP every single time. Interestingly enough, his back heavy punch is actually a more rewarding anti-air than his DP. Oh, huge risk, and X-Zero is going to go ahead and take that punish and take Losers Finals with it. It was looking very good for Illusions, but unfortunately just one too many drops and just one too many risks is going to cost him the match there. X Arrow moves on into Grand Finals. We're actually going to have a Grand Finals between two tournament veterans, two former tournament champions, X Arrow and Paces X. And they're both already in here, so let's just go ahead and reset the scoreboard. Grand Finals, and let these two go into it. X Arrow from the lower bracket, Paces X from the top bracket, from the winner's bracket. Which means that X Arrow has to take not one, but two first to 3 sets. And Paces X just has to take one in order to take this tournament. Let's see who these two pick. It is going to be Colleen versus Ken. This could actually prove to be a little bit tough for X Arrow. Paces X is definitely a lot more comfortable with his Ken than he is with his Bison, and Ken has some scary tools, surprisingly, for Colleen to deal with. He's got those corner throw loops, which can absolutely destroy a Colleen.
So nice
And his EX Fireball is actually a very powerful tool that Colleen does not have any direct answers for. So let's see how this plays out.
Round 1.
I would like to see X Arrow get some good parries in a lot of Paces' pressure. Good V skill. I'm not even sure what he caught there. Ooh, a little bit late on the anti-air V skill. Punishes with a throw. One throw after the other. As I've said a million times before, Colleen is 100% free to throws. Ooh, I'm surprised that crouching leg kick did not punish. But it doesn't matter. Paces X got some good damage on the board. Yep, Colleen free to throws. Good confirmation off that crouching leg kick. But a good block. And I don't know if that was a punish. But a good challenge at the very least. Off of that blocked overhead. Whoa. Not sure what Paces X is trying to do there, but it didn't work. EX Fireball, great option here in this matchup. And X Arrow forgets to tech after blocking that V-scale heavy Tatsu. That's a tricky situation to be in. It's minus, but you've got to block and throw tech. Paces X just barely out of range to punish that V-scale. Good crush counter roundhouse, turns it into a DP. Excellent confirmation off of the overhead, but actually whips with the EXDP. Good back throw. X Arrow, interestingly enough, manages to get the kind of connection with the silver edge there. It's not a move that you see very often. EX Fireball. I would just keep throwing him if that was Paces. Colleen has to figure out something about those, something to deal with those. Paces sitting on full V trigger. There he goes. Blows his load, and he's going to take game 1.
Ken wins.
Yeah, the realist 50-50 is the -2 DP 50-50. That's the realist 50-50.
Round 1. Fight.
Good block strings here out of Paces. No parries coming out of X Arrow, even though all of that was parryable. Literally all of it. Good anti-air DP out of Paces. Good confirmation out of that crouching light kick. No whip punish on the V-skill there. Paces playing a little bit slower than usual, actually. Good punish on that V-skill. It goes to standing light kick punish. Doesn't want to take any chances there. Again. The best confirms coming out of Paces X. But here we go. One back throw suddenly gives X Arrow some momentum. He's gonna apply some corner pressure of his own. Good confirmation of the EX Parabellum. Gonna go for the air throw for the damage. Pace's quick rises, allowing him to get a little bit of momentum. Here we go. No punish. Goes for a sweep, and the sweep is not punished. Not sure what was supposed to be happening there, but didn't work out for anybody. EX Fireball. Going to take that round for Pace's X. X-Arrow seems to be struggling just a little bit here. Great hit confirm out of Pace's X here. He's been pretty consistent with that crouching light kick, standing light kick thus far. Oh no. Drops the confirm out of that V-skill. Great punish. Paces could actually be getting more out of that punish if you were to opt for back medium punch there instead of standing light kick, but standing light kick is a little bit safer. Ooh. Jumping light kick. The wrong angle there. Good use of the Vandy into Silver Edge. That does have strike and vulnerability on startup. Ooh! X-Arrow goes for the medium parry on wake up, but Pace's X has been using that low hit confirm pretty much every time. Oh! Drops the punish and knows it. Instead just goes for a standing light kick and then takes with the jab afterwards. That's game 2 for Pace's X. Alright, we're going to cut it back to character select, and it looks like we might have a character switch out of X-Arrow. The question is he going to try and make the 3-0 comeback to win it now? Is he going to switch to his Rashido? Honestly, he needs to figure out something at this point because one more loss and he is out of the tournament. I fully expect to see Rashid here, but we'll find out. If it's anybody except Rashid, I'll be very surprised. And then even more so if he actually does manage to make this comeback. Yep, it's gonna be Rashid. Pace's X wants this tournament. I mean, X-Arrow wants, well, they both want the tournament, but X-Arrow clearly does not want to take this loss with Colleen. He's not going to take it sitting down. He's going to switch to his tried and true Rashido.
Round 1. Fight.
Good crush counter sweep here for Pace's X. Ooh, mistimes the overhead. Oh, drops the combo there as well. Ooh, good neutral jump for X-Arrow. Passes right over that Datsu. Pace is sitting on full V-trigger. He's gonna use it. Whoa, he doesn't need to. Oh, drops the punish on the EX mixer. That could have been huge. That could have been the end of the round right there. But instead, X-Arrow is going to be able to take this round.
Round 2.
Pace is sitting on full meter, but he's definitely got to be shaken up after that loss. That was totally his game. Woo! Cannot neutral jump those whirlwind shoots. Good jump over the EX fireball. Good throw tech as well. X-Arrow putting on some good pressure. Back throw into the corner. And there's the crush counter and the stun. X-Arrow gonna miss his stun combo, but then it's okay. Just neutral jump and try again. That's why you always try to match out of stuns, guys. You never know when your opponent's gonna drop their combo. That was a cool little juggle there for Pace's X. Wow, just do that heavy Tatsu. Another crush counter sweep. Tries to bait the EX spinning mixer. Doesn't come out though. And this is going to be X-Arrow's opportunity to make this comeback. Yeah, that's going to be game 1 for X-Arrow. Had to take a look at the health bars there. If mine's the turbulent wind, is yours the burning hurricane? I like it.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, game 4. X-Arrow's got a lot of rounds to win in order to take this tournament. X-Arrow putting on some good pressure here. Oh, Pace's X gets a super deep jumping medium kick, but he was not ready for it. Did not pick it up for damage. X-Arrow knows how to interrupt those run strings that's carried Pace's X here. Walks back out of that one. Now that Pace's X is forced to use his true block strings. Yeah, there we go. His pressure just ends. Yeah, pretty much. Low forward into fireball. Unfortunately, Pace's X still in the corner. Here we go. This is going to get him out. Good V-trigger confirmation. Looks like he definitely could have done more there, but he's just going to go for the tried and true heavy Tatsu, and of course, no punish there. Just goes for the challenge. Wow, just raw V-trigger anti-air into critical art. X-Arrow's going to take this round, but spend all of his meter in the process. Not 100% sure that was worth it, but hey, a win is a win.
Round 2. Fight.
Good roundhouse. I feel like we could have comboed in a light Tatsu there or something. Oh, I think it was a clean punish actually. -4 on that standing roundhouse. Pace's X jumps out of the corner successfully. Ooh, jumping light kick. Stay in that corner. Wow. Frame traps for X-Arrow. Theoretically, Pace's X should have taken his turn after blocking that mixer, but you never know. The DP. Oh, no punish there. That DP is still -5 or -6, even when it is V-trigger canceled. But it doesn't matter. X-Arrow probably didn't need it. There we go. X-Arrow's going to tie it up 2-2. One more game before he can reset the bracket.
Rashid wins. It's go time.
Alright, now we might have a character switch out of Pace's. Probably going to switch it up to Dictator. He does not want to let this reset happen. And honestly, it's not a bad time to switch. All he needs is one more win, and he can take this tournament.
Let's do this.
I'm not sure how familiar X-Arrow is with Pace's Bison, but we'll find out here.
Round 1. Fight.
Look at the spacing these two guys are standing at. Both of these characters have really long range normals. So you gotta think twice before you walk into that danger zone. Ooh. Good throw attack there by X-Arrow. Good pressure here out of X Arrow. Good patient blocks out of Paces X. Finally gets a back throw towards the corner. Oh, he backs off. Not confident in his ability to keep X Arrow pinned down, and I don't blame him. Rashido has an easy time getting out of the corner. It doesn't matter to him. Trying to figure something out in regards to these whirlwinds. Whips the slide and goes into a back throw. Oh, okay. X Arrow just drops his opportunity to take his turn. Needs a throw in the process. Drop that beating kick. Woo. Paces X goes to the chimney to try and get past that Hurricane. I like the attempt, but he doesn't manage to catch X Arrow. Trying to run through it. Oh, no, X Arrow. You have to have seen that a million times. That V-trigger cross-up Devil's Reverse. Doesn't manage to block it in time. Good crush counter. He's able to pick it up for optimal damage. And this is going to give Paces X the opportunity he needs. Good wake up EXDP. That's gonna be a lot of corner carry. Good frame traps here. X Arrow presses a button at the last hit. Another good throw tech by X Arrow. Cannot throw this man. Ooh, excellent hit confirm, and that's going to be it. Paces X is our grand finals. Oops, grand finals champion. Once again, for our Season 3 Tournament 7 of our Underdog Tournament. And again, Paces X is our second returning champion, which opens up our second slot, additional slot for non-tournament winners to make it into the grand finals, or not grand finals, the Season 3 Invitational, which is going to be in like 4 weeks. So yeah, good stuff to Paces X, managing to clinch it out with his Bison.
It's go time.
And good stuff to everybody else who participated, and all the new faces that we saw. Good stuff to T1G Illusions. Let's actually have an updated scores. Good stuff to T1G Illusions. Good stuff to Smitty Latimer. Good stuff to Jaeger Meester. And all the other new faces that came out for this tournament. If you didn't make the stream, then I'm sorry I couldn't get to you. I always try to give all of our new faces priority when it comes to getting their matches streamed in pools. But if not, feel free to show up again for our next tournament in 2 weeks, which will actually be Tournament 8, which will be the final one, our final chance to qualify for the Season 3 Invitational Tournament. So yeah, good stuff. Once again, my name has been Mount Lover. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. This is, if you're looking for something to watch in about an hour, we'll be hosting the Weekly Gaming News Show podcast. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. Otherwise, thank you all for coming out. Signing off.